Hello dear learners. Today we are on the part 2 of selected NCERT exemplar problems. So I'll be sharing again some of the important questions from chapter 1, 2 and 3 of chemistry. So let us start with the question number 1. Here question number 1 is we have to give reason that why sodium chloride is not a conductor of electricity in solid state, whereas it conducts electricity in aqueous solution as well as in molten state. So reason is clear cut. We have discussed already that always the electricity will be flowing whenever there is the flow of charges, and charges will be flowing only and only in the either aqueous medium or in the molten state, that is semi-solid state. When the electrons will not be able to move freely, that is they will be in the compact nature, they will be in the solid region, solid state, they will be in rigid zone, then they will not be able to flow. Fine. For the movement of current, flow of ions should be there. If in the absence of ion is there, then the electric current will not be flowing. So this thing should be remembered by you people, because it does not have free ions to move in the solid state, but in aqueous solution and in molten state the ions are free to move. Fine. Then comes your B part. What is your B part? A metal A, which is considered to be most resistant to corrosion. Definitely which metal he is talking about? Aluminium. Fine. When heated with oxygen, gives an oxide B. So when it is going to be heated, definitely it will be giving you aluminium oxide, which is amphoteric in nature. Now firstly you are going to identify A, B, and then we are going to write its reaction for the formation of amphoteric oxides with HCl and NaOH. Let us see how this reaction will go. See, question is same. Answer is also same, but question he has molded in some of the indirect form. So see, A is aluminium. Fine. When aluminium will react with oxygen, aluminium oxide is going to be formed. So what is A here? A is aluminium. Then what is B here? B is oxide of aluminium, that is aluminium oxide, and definitely this is amphoteric in nature. Fine. Then what we did? We have to go with this amphoteric oxide reaction with HCl and with NaOH. So let us see, Al2O3 plus 6HCl gives 2. AlCl3, aluminium chloride plus water. Similarly, aluminium oxide reaction with sodium hydroxide. So what we are going to have here? Sodium aluminate. We have discussed this many times. Sodium aluminate, NaAlO2 plus water is there. Fine. Then come to question number 2, A part. What is given here? Here we have to form the structure of chlorine with atomic number 17 and calcium with atomic number 20. Also we have to show the formation of calcium chloride. Firstly he has told you to plot dot structure of chlorine and calcium. Then he has told you to form the structure or the formation of calcium chloride. So see, chlorine is having electronic configuration of 2, 8, 7. Fine. So 7 electrons in the outermost shell, they have been represented with dot. Similarly, calcium with atomic number 20, its electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 8, 2. 2 electrons in the outermost shell, they are going to be represented with 2 cross. Fine. Then calcium, when calcium will be losing 2 electrons, fine, it will be acquiring positive charge, and the other one will be gaining electrons, so it will be acquiring negative charge. If you want to code these equations, well and good. If you don't want to, then you can directly go for this particular thing. Calcium having 2 electrons in the outermost shell, which are being denoted by cross, and chlorine is being denoted with dot. One electron from here it will go to this chlorine, one electron from here it will go to this chlorine, and then what will happen? Definitely by losing 2 electrons, calcium will be acquiring 2 positive, and by gaining 2 electron, the chlorine will be acquiring 2 negative, that is CaCl2. Then next part is identify the nature of above compounds. Definitely ionic compounds are there. Then you have to write their 3 physical properties. So any of the properties we can code. No particular hard and fast rule that which property we have to code. So firstly physical property I have written, it is hard and solid. They are hard crystalline solids, we know. Number 2, they have high melting and boiling point. And number 3, they are soluble in water but not soluble in kerosene and other organic solvents. Fine. So here no need to go for the explanation why they are hard, why they are having high melting and boiling point. Here he has asked you the simple physical properties. Then question number 3. What happens when nitric acid is added to eggshell? See, eggshell. What is eggshell? Eggshell is calcium carbonate. Eggshell is calcium carbonate. Similarly, he will be using one word, caustic soda. So don't get confused. We are not knowing caustic soda. Caustic soda is sodium hydroxide. Fine. So this way the names should be known to you. So eggshell is containing calcium carbonate. You have to show the reaction with nitric acid. So what will be your reaction? Calcium nitrate, CaNO3 twice, along with the evolution of carbon dioxide and water will be there. Fine. Then another good question. Fourth question. Identify compound X. X we have to identify. Fine, on the basis of the reaction. Firstly, X is going to react with zinc. Fine. And when this X will be reacting with zinc, A will be formed along with hydrogen gas. When it will be X will be reacting with HCl, then B will be formed, then water will be there. Then it will be reacting with acetic acid or CH3COOH. Fine. Then it is going to give C and then water will be formed. See how this reaction will be carried out. X is sodium hydroxide. Okay. Then NaOH, when it will be reacting with zinc, what will happen? Sodium zincate and hydrogen gas is formed. See, question though it is indirect, but answer again it is same. When NaOH is going to react with HCl, this is what? This is neutralization reaction, NaCl plus H2O. When this NaOH and CH3, acetic acid will react. See how this reaction will be carried out? The sodium will be displacing hydrogen and sodium acetate or sodium ethanoate will be formed. This is A, sodium zincate. This is B, sodium chloride. This is C, sodium ethanoate and water. Fine, this is very good question to be asked. NCERT best exemplar question this is. Now next question. Here he has asked to write the balanced chemical equation for the following. So what we'll be doing? Sodium carbonate on reaction with hydrochloric acid. So how we will be writing? Sodium carbonate along with the reaction of hydrochloric acid, what will be formed? We know definitely displacement reaction will be carried out, rather it is double displacement. So here sodium chloride and sodium hydrogen carbonate are going to be formed. Very important reaction. Fine. And if we have to check its balancing, sodium 2 here 1 plus 1, 2. Carbon 1, other side 1. Oxygen 3, other side 3. Hydrogen 1, here 1. Chlorine 1, here also 1. Then next B reaction is copper sulfate, CuSO4. You can check the question. Copper sulfate when on treatment with potassium iodide. Potassium iodide is Ki. Fine. It will give you the potassium iodide precipitates. It will be giving you cuprous iodide precipitates. Cuprous Cu2I2 precipitates along with iodine gas, and also it is going to form potassium sulfate. So this thing you are going to keep in mind. So let us have the balancing. Copper here it is 2, other side it is 1. If I will be inserting 2, then let's see, copper both sides 2. Fine. Then iodine 2 this side, here it is 1. 2 plus 2, 4 it is. So here it is 1 only. If I will be writing 4, then let's see, is it balanced or not? Let's check. Copper 2, other side 2. Sulfur 2. Here it is sulfur is 1. So I am writing 2 here. Fine. Oxygen 4 2s are 8. Here also 4 2s are 8. Potassium 4. Here 2 2s are 4. Iodine 4. Iodine 2 plus 2 4. So it means it is balanced. Fine. Next question. Last question for today. Then let us see question number 6. What is 6th question? See. Question number 6 is, why do we store silver chloride in dark colored bottles? Simple, we know this answer, that silver chloride is stored in dark colored bottles. Reason? Because of decomposition reaction. Here the decomposition reaction will be taking place, which is going to decompose silver as well as chlorine. Fine. One question I have given you as a homework. You can try. Otherwise, you will be getting in the description box. The answer will be there in the description box. A metal nitrate on heating gives yellowish brown colored metal oxide along with brown gas. So what he is talking about? I hope you have got the idea. He is talking about lead nitrate. Fine. And then he has asked you to complete this equation. Fine. Identifying, you are going to identify all these things. This is lead nitrate equation, where brown fumes of lead oxide will be there, and I hope you will be able to compile up this question by yourself. By chance, if you are not going to get answer, then this answer you will be available in the description box. You can have a try firstly. Then if you are not going to get it, then go in the description box and have this answer, as this question has been discussed in detail in chapter 1. So I am leaving this up to here. So till that time, thank you. God bless you.